Welcome to
the 2K Sports pregame show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching. Tonight, it's the Memphis Grizzlies as they'll be playing against the Oklahoma City Thunder in their house, Chesapeake Energy Arena. Looking at the Thunder, 5-5 over their last 10 games, but they're not satisfied with.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
A view of I-40 in Chesapeake Energy Arena, taken from the Skydance Bridge in Oklahoma City. That's our setting tonight. It's the Western Conference on display, featuring the Memphis Grizzlies. Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining me tonight, Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, reporting from the sideline. Looking for a different outcome this time around. The Memphis Grizzlies took the loss in their last matchup in this season series against the Thunder.
And they'll want to show that they're a much better team than they demonstrated last time out against these guys. At the very least, avoid another blowout.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't that a sloppy effort? I mean, turnovers were a huge issue. They don't have to play safe tonight. They do have to play smart.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, Paul George has made a reputation as a dynamic two-way player. He said you can dominate a game in so many ways. It's always been my mindset. I just go out there and ball. Kevin, back to you.
Well, you love that versatility, DA. Thank you. A rare treat tonight, C-Web, the marquee matchup between two of the best centers in the game.
Well, how about that? I love it. You know, the league has been trending toward medium-height players that can switch endlessly, those type of things. And don't get me wrong, I love the evolution of the game. But now we get the old heavyweight title match. This is what we love, the banging in the paint, the elbows, the jump hooks, the dunks, the rebounds. But for those teams that have a legit anchor inside, it can always be a big advantage. Let's see who imposes their will tonight.
It'll be fun to watch. And the starting group for the Grizzlies. We've got Conley. Rab is out there with Jonas Valanciunas. Then there's Bradley, and it's Holiday in at the small forward position. Now Westbrook, following the three-point attempt by Avery Bradley. Teardrop shot. Westbrook, no good. George against Holiday. The pass to Conley. To the middle. Here's Valanciunas. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
Now, here's Grant. Lock at 6. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Michael Conley picks one up. Oklahoma City shooting their first free throws of the game. And he makes the first. He makes 1 of 2 that time. It's Bradley on the wing. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Dallas.
Well, he also made a mark with his passing and had the assist total to show for it.
Now Westbrook, following the miss by Michael Conley from deep. Can't hit from 12. Outside Bradley. To the paint, Rab gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Rab's got his first bucket of the night. And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's a 3-point game. here's Grant. Defense is right there. Westbrook against Conley. From the stripe. Westbrook, no good. Looking at Memphis, they took the win in their last game against the Mavericks in Dallas. Holiday against George. Now here is Holiday. Tight defense on him. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Pass to Grant. In the corner, it's Westbrook. Over Conley. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Not getting anything to fall here early. 4 straight misses to start the game.
And he comes up with the deuce.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Here's Ferguson. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Pass to Grant. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Conley. Now that we have a second, take a look at the teams that have scored the most points off turnovers over the last 10 games. Second, the Thunder.
Just a terrific job over this stretch of forcing turnovers and capitalizing. They'd love to continue that trend.
Off the inbound.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
Another shot, and it's Adams getting it to go. Adams has got his first points of the game.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
I tell you what, it's like football, having a 3rd and 13 and them running up the gut. It just frustrates the defense. You have to hate giving up second chance points. It's demoralizing. After basically, I mean, you had to stop.
Here's Rabb. He's covered by Grant. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Bradley. From deep three-point range, it's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Jeez. Maybe he was trying to show off or something right there.
I don't know, but one thing I do know is that he'll hear about that shot during the next time out.
Like how confident Westbrook is close to the rim. Gets high off the ground and releases his shot quickly.
Outside Conley. Back to Bradley. Shoots over Grant. Bradley can't get it to go.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Yeah, he has that capacity. He knows exactly where to position himself to protect the rim. He lives for these type of battles on the boards. It doesn't matter which end of the floor it is either.
Conley kicks to Bradley. From 13, they get the rebound. And Adams sends it back. Here's Ferguson, guarded by Bradley. Outside Westbrook. He sticks that one in from 20 feet away. Westbrook's got his second basket of the night. The son of former NBA coach Bernie Bickerstaff, JB got his first head coaching job here in Memphis.
Yeah, I played for his father, such an intense coach and with a deep playbook. And after Fizdale was fired, JB was named the Grizzlies interim head coach. Before that, he had been an assistant in Charlotte, Minnesota, Houston. He's a young guy, but he's been around basketball a long time.
For Oklahoma City, they have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And they've been mediocre all season long, just about 72% from the line.
Right, he's checked in for Mike Conley. Free throw no good for Westbrook. Here at the end of the season, players fighting through fatigue. Chris, is there anything else the league can do to help keep guys staying fresh and healthy?
Okay, well, I'm a little old school in this. I mean, wake up and you go to work. That's about it. If you're not hurt, you just play. Think about this. they still had 82 games, what are we talking about? The guys are okay. It's okay. Everybody's all right. They'll live. I think right now we're babying them too much anyway, trying to give more time off. It's okay. I mean, that's one thing that we can say is consistent. There's always been 82 games, and if anything, players before this generation has had less rest. So I don't look at it as they need more rest. I look at it like, man, toughen up, let's go and play some games and see what happens.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
And with the Tide running against them, needs to talk it over with his guys.
Man, they straight up been getting smoked over this stretch. They really need to refocus here.
See the numbers for George. He's putting up about 28 points a game, 8 rebounds, and just over 2 steals. What incredible numbers. He has been a beast.
Yeah, impossible to check right now. When he's on a roll like this, there's not much you can do to stop him.
Now here's Bradley. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet, and that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. Oklahoma City leading by 6. George looking over the floor. Grant outside. Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook. The wing jumper off target. Memphis has gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Up top right, defended by George. To the inside. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. That's good from George. Well, it was the Oklahoma City Thunder in their last game, a loss to the Spurs in San Antonio.
And you know what? They were giving away points, missing at the line, a big factor in the outcome.
I mean, come on. How are you going to win on the road if you can't capitalize what's being handed right to you?
Just 4 to shoot. Outside Holiday. Offensive rebound. Grab, that's good. Grab's got his second basket.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Here's George, and again it's Oklahoma City.
And off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Stolen by Westbrook. Over right. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Shot clock at 6. It's Bradley on the wing. And Valanciunas kicks to right. No good from outside. Oklahoma City leading by 9. Nobody near George. Rebounded by Valanciunas.
Look, he had all the time in the world to get the jumper off. Maybe it was too much time.
Westbrook against Wright. Passes it to Rabb. Holiday against Grant. The Grizzlies with another miss.
Look, it hasn't happened yet, but he's got time to find his rhythm. And if he does, they can turn this thing around quick.
It's George on the wing, guarded by Holiday. George with the bucket. George has got 10 points.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
Yeah, you got to love it. Everything's working. Offense, defense, already a big lead.
Timeout called. The Grizzlies want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Playing on the road, always a challenge, but it becomes a heck of a lot easier when you can shoot the three ball the way they did.
Oh, no doubt. And when you're hitting a high percentage on the perimeter, everything becomes easy.
Since the break, he's been simply stellar. 14th in rebounding. And not many players convert opportunities inside as well as he. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And you mentioned how powerful he is on the boards, going full throttle at both ends every play. Really helping his team compete for wins. Here's Rab. A wide open look here for Wright. Valanciunas. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
Tough effort right there on the glass. Those second chance points can pay off in a big way.
Outside Westbrook. Inside. Adams with it. Now Valanciunas defending. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And that's 13 points for George.
Something lit a fire under him this quarter. Their lead's safe as long as he's on the floor.
Adams against Valanciunas. Memphis moving that ball around. And Wright kicks to Bradley. Ring shot on the way. That shot off the mark. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way.
He's going. Oh, wow. Look out.
Beautiful jam.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
Well, I love how they've done it. They built this huge lead with points in the paint, dominating physically.
Now here's Valanciunas. Boy, was he something else against Dallas. And Jeremy Grant picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Carter, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Here's Rab. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. He dishes it to Carter. 6 on the shot clock. For 3. It's good from long range.
That's a good way to boost his three-point percentage. Take advantage of some soft defense.
To the paint. Here's Ferguson. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
Oh, okay, you've done your job so far, but the question is now, can they sustain this level of energy? There's still a lot of game to play.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Yep, that one goes. And 11 points for Russell Westbrook.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Poke loose. And here's Carter. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Dallas. He kicks to Valanciunas. Fades back. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Russell Westbrook is surly disposition on the court, but he talks about the power of positivity with his teammates.
Throughout the years, I've been trying to find ways to be a better leader. Leadership was a huge thing, and I felt the way I reacted to certain plays and my facial expressions and my demeanor can change a lot for a teammate.
A you can't win it alone.
And for superstar players like Westbrook, individual greatness isn't enough. It's about elevating the team around him.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, we've seen the Thunder really take control here.
Just playing suffocating defense. That's been the difference here for them.
And really, for the whole first quarter, they've maintained their intensity. Let's see how long they can sustain it.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So on the floor for Memphis, Avery Bradley is out there with Carter. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Holiday in at the 3 spot. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Ferguson kicks to George. And the pass to Ferguson. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Ferguson's got 5.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Pass to Valanciunas. Over Adams. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. Pass to Ferguson. In the corner, it's Westbrook. Over Carter, and again it's Oklahoma City.
And Westbrook is a terror from the mid-range. Terrific at sticking it to the defense from that spot on the floor.
Carter kicks to Ram. Shoots over Grant, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Rab's got 4 points this quarter. The Thunder leading by 18. Passes to Adams. The fadeaway again, Oklahoma City.
Well, there you go. I mean, if they're going to keep giving up open jumpers, they're going to keep getting burned.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. Chris, you and I love guys with a great handle, and they can finish with either hand. And I know you've got a couple guys that you think do it better than most.
Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, right,
He's
exactly.
one of the best finishers that I've seen. Oh, my goodness, the way he can finger roll you with his left hand and throw it up so high that rain will come down with it and finishing off of both legs. You have to look at a guy like Harden as well, the way he finishes. How about LeBron James, as strong as he is? It seems like he just kind of gives you a shoulder with either shoulder, bumps and waits, and then lays it up nice, too. I mean, you have so many players. And Curry, he's another guy that does it so well. I can keep going on and on, but those guys, don't forget about Mike Conley. He's ambidextrous. He might just shoot a jump shot with either hand, so you got to be careful when guarding these guys. Great finishers.
Good names you've mentioned. Michael Conley, he's checked in for Bradley.
And now a moment to see the stats for Conley. Really been a key contributor over the past month. Putting up about 18 points per, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. With him, you get so much, but his ability to lead the way with his scoring, probably his best attribute.
An offensive juggernaut. I mean, he can just beat you in so many ways. You got to give it up for him.
Now here's Conley. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Mavericks in Dallas. No good from Valanciunas. Oklahoma City leading by 20. Westbrook finds George. Makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Conley feeling it out. Lets a floater go, and the rebound goes to the Thunder. Adams has got 4 rebounds in this game. And George kicks to Westbrook. Grant outside. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. For 3, Westbrook. It's rebounded by Memphis. Rab's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Carter dishes to Conley. shoots the three. The rebound by Grant. Grant's got his 6th rebound on the night. From deep, George knocks down the 3 ball. George has got 18 points.
He's reason number 1 there in front. I mean, his shooting has been almost flawless.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Valanciunas passes to Conley. Here's Rab to end the run. And another shot. And Valanciunas puts it in. 6 points for him.
And he just big boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low. Really difficult for them to defend.
There's the triple. Ferguson's shot is good. Ferguson's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Thunder.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Carter up top. He's covered by Grant. With the floater, count it. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. Left side, Westbrook. Lays it up and banks it in. Westbrook's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
You know the saying, numbers don't lie. You can see it up there on the scoreboard.
Now here's Valanciunas. He has 6. 6 to shoot. Here's Holiday. Second chance shot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Grizzlies shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
Oh, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Oklahoma City. Then for the Grizzlies, C.J. Miles comes in for Justin Holiday, and it's DeLon Wright in for Carter. That one misses. When it comes to video review, C-Web, do you feel the NBA has done a good job of incorporating it into the flow of the game, or is there, in your opinion, still some work to be done in this regard?
There's a little work to be done. I mean, nothing's ever perfect, but I think they've done a great job. I mean, you want to get it right, and so there's going to be a little bit of an inconvenience sometimes in going back to it. The main thing for me is to make sure that it is as fast as possible, that you're not giving the team extra time to get together and to huddle up and to call plays. You're not taking the rhythm away from a team that just went on a 10-0 run, and now they have to sit on the side for 2 minutes in real time and see if this call is correct. So the speed that is done with the video review is the only thing I think that needs to be worked on, and that's going to be situation to situation. So I think the NBA is doing a really good job.
Good points. Rab kicks to Valanciunas. A 3-pointer off the mark.
Oh, man, you can't get much better look from 3-point range than that one. That just wasn't in rhythm.
And there's the pass to Grant. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. In the corner, George with it. And Valanciunas pulls it down. Valanciunas has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Conley kicks to Wright. Here's Valanciunas. Drops in the layup for 2. Valanciunas has got 9. Oklahoma City's gone a terrific 5 of 6 from beyond the arc in this game. Pass to Ferguson. Back to Grant. Now here's George. Adams trying to free himself up. And the shot goes down. George has got 20.
And guys, when George gets cooking, you are in for a long night. He's just fantastic at finding different ways to score.
The 17-footer. Valanciunas can't get that one to fall.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Well, not all defenses are constructed to protect the mid-range area. Nicely done that time.
Here's Ferguson. He's got 8. Now Schroeder, pass to Ferguson. Offline with his three.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Conley finds Valanciunas. Basket counts. He's got 12.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Oklahoma City has gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. To the left side wing. Pass to Grant. Outside, George. Shoots it up. And the shot falls short this time.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
He feeds it to Schroeder, dishes it to Adams. That one drops for him. Adams has got 6.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Conley kicks to Miles. In the corner, right with it. From 11 feet away, it's hauled in by Adams. Oklahoma City has gone to three-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. Schroeder outside, the pass to Grant. The dish to Adams. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out west. The season nearly complete. You take a look at the Thunder. Right now they're locked into 3rd place in the conference, looking to get a high seed for the playoffs. And of course Memphis, they're at the bottom of the conference.
And for the Grizzlies, this has been a season I'm sure they'd like to forget. And luckily, they'll be able to do that soon enough.
They have their work cut out in the offseason. The status quo isn't going to cut it. There has to be an overhaul.
Here's Ferguson. 8 points for him. Grant in the post. And the rejection by Valanciunas. Right, the pass to Miles. Kicks to Conley. Back to Miles. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 4 assists now tonight.
Against length, he does a nice job of creating just enough separation.
Yeah, but he has a big height advantage, but that's somewhat mitigated out there on that perimeter. And you got to come check him.
Now, here's Grant. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against San Antonio.
And his scoring's going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game.
And Wright pulls it down. He kicks to Valanciunas. And here's Conley outside. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Thunder out in front, running away with it. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Oklahoma City.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what a show being put on here for the home fans tonight. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille. An outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He had 20 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
When Paul George plays with high energy, he goes to a level others can't reach. He defends 4 and 5 positions. On the other end, it's effortless for him to create good looks. One of the most intriguing players to watch when he's on his game.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Grizzlies.
They were brick city and it was painful to watch. Weak shooting starts to get contagious and they were struggling all over the place. They got to work on getting more high quality chances, more layups, fewer prayers.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And with with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been one outstanding game from George.
And through the first 2 quarters, he was dynamite from beyond.
Yeah, I'm surprised the defense didn't do a better job of adjusting. I mean, extending out on him a little bit more.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Inside pairing is Grant and Adams. Westbrook and Ferguson, their backcourt, and it's George in its small forward. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half. And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Habit.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
And it's sad because the team relies on him to be a threat offensively. When he's rolling, that makes them a much more dynamic offense.
Now, here's George. High, arcing shot, and the layup is up and in. George has got 22.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Here's Westbrook, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
How's that for a start? Good on all 3 attempts so far in the second half.
Conley dishes to Holiday, and it's Paul George with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Down low, here's Rab. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
I love the awareness. Conley is adept at reading the defense and realizing when his guys are uncovered.
Grant kicks to Ferguson. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Westbrook. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Westbrook's got 4 points this quarter. Outside Conley. Here's Valanciunas, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Just creating havoc for the opponents the last few games.
It's all clicking for him right now. I mean, they got to body him up better than that.
This will be his 3rd free throw shot of the game.
Shooting one.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Westbrook finds Grant, right wing. Pass to Westbrook. Pocket 6, and the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That's foul number 2 for him. Pass to Ferguson. Just 5 to shoot. George, that's a 2-pointer. It's rebounded by Memphis. Rab's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Westbrook laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Westbrook's got 6 points in the quarter.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
You see he's not worried about what's on the scoreboard. He just wants to go ham each possession.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately, really unbelievable.
Man, this is a joke. I mean, there's been some glimpses of hope, but they've been few and far between.
take a look at the 2K leaderboard to see who the best rebounders in the NBA have been over the last 10 games. Fourth, Russell Westbrook.
When it comes to rebounding, it's been a stupendous stretch for him. He's been using his body and strength so effectively.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Conley against Westbrook. Bradley passes to Rab. 5 to shoot. And Valanciunas now atop the key. Here's Bradley. Rab kicks to Valanciunas. And the 3 off target.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Passes it to George. Out to the right wing. Here's Ferguson, guarded by Bradley. And it's in there. And that's 10 points for Steven Adams.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
Conley kicks to Rab. Back to Conley. To the middle. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
He's one of the guys having a solid game for them, but as a whole, they've been lacking.
It's George on the wing. And there's the pass to Ferguson. Conley against Westbrook. And the layup's good off the glass. Westbrook's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Conley against Westbrook. Pass to Rab. No good off the front iron.
Off target with was what? Pretty good look from mid-range.
Ferguson kicks to Westbrook. No good on the triple.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
Yeah, because you're spread out. It can be difficult to contest these shots, but not for him.
Well, you talk about the lockdown individual defenders in this league. Don't forget about Avery Bradley. That's been his calling card from the moment he set foot in the league.
Free throw good from Bradley. And Greg, for Bradley, there's some disconnect as far as his defensive impact. You know, the numbers guys will say it doesn't quite match up to his reputation.
Yeah, I mean, more impactful as an on-ball defender than he is as, say, a help defender. Probably a little undersized for an off guard, but his commitment, no doubt, is off the charts.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2. C-Web, when you look at how basketball is taught at early levels for these kids, middle school and then high school, anything there that you would change?
Yes, I would change to developing all players and taking away position.
Interesting.
When you were young, you're in, let's say, 3rd grade and you're the tallest player on the team, and I make you a center. And I pull you to one end, and I only show you how to make layups. I don't show you how to shoot threes or to dribble. I'm assuming that your body is always going to stay the same. And I believe that coaches should teach great skill set: shooting, passing, dribbling. And when you do that, a player can then become the full player they're intended to be, instead of teaching incrementally, where a player may get stuck and identified as this type of player his whole time. I think that really what you need to do is teach full skill sets and allow players to develop. Just think if someone would have said, Kevin Durant, you can only shoot layups. We wouldn't be able to see the true unicorn that he is.
Wonderful thought. Here's Conley. Paul George making his last shot. Conley kicks to Parsons. And a miss there on the triple. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And George gets it to go.
Adding to his 3-point total on the night. He had 3 in the first half. Now he's got his first one here in the second.
Pass to Noah. Bradley deciding where to go with it. Back to Noah. Westbrook against Conley. Got a piece of it. Parsons up top. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. He dishes it to Conley. Parsons with it. Passes it to Bradley. Releases from 15, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for Adams.
It's been surprising to me to see him take a little bit of a tumble lately in terms of what he's doing for them offensively. The points just haven't been there for him like they were a few months back. The defenses he's facing have adjusted to him, and he hasn't been able to make his own adjustment.
Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. On the wing, George, guarded by Holiday. To the inside. Patterson, that's good.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Now here's Bradley. He's guarded closely. Knocked away. They need this one. Trains it from beyond the arc. Bradley's got 4 points this quarter.
And that's where he's most comfortable. Bradley crafting this game to excel in the catch and shoot.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. Grizzlies with the rebound. Holiday dishes to Bradley. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. 6 points for Avery Bradley.
And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the second.
Westbrook up top, covered by Conley. Here's Burton, the good-looking shot from the wing. Burton's got 5 now.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
Now here is Conley. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Down low, Patterson. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
It's the moving target with the lead pass. He made it look so easy.
Memphis has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Conley kicks to Parsons. Back to Conley. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here. And this is what the schedule looks like coming up for Memphis. On Tuesday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the Portland Trailblazers. Then on Friday, they'll be matching up against Rudy Gobert and the Utah Jazz.
And for their matchup with the Magic, they'll need to be at their best for this contest. Anything short of excellence, and they'll be in for a rough ride.
Now here is Holiday. He's got 6. Now here's Westbrook. Kicks it to Patterson. Got a piece of it. Noah with the block. Patterson against Parsons. Conley for 3. The Thunder pull it in. George has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And if you're looking for the main reason that they're trailing in this game, well, look no further than his shooting. I mean, he has hit exactly 0% of his shots.
Now here's Conley. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. A different look for Oklahoma City. Markieff Morris comes in for Patrick Patterson. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Burton. The Grizzlies also making a change. Caboclo, he's checked in for Justin Holiday. Schroeder against Conley. Jacks up a 3. And it's Schroeder missing. And so it's Parsons with it. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Conley with the 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Parsons.
And he's got his first 3 of the game. Took more than a half to do it.
Schroeder finds Noel. And stolen by Parsons. Conley with the 3. Westbrook pulls it in. Westbrook's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And the pass to George. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
This is his 2nd trip to the free throw line.
and he is a cool customer at the line, guys. You've got to be when you're shooting 84% on the season.
Move shot.
No good on that one. And Memphis making a change here. Rabs checked in. And he's good on the second. There's 37 seconds left here in the third quarter. Conley kicks to Ram. Pass to Caboclo. 6 to shoot. There's 3-pointers off the mark. Oklahoma City's gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. Here's Westbrook. Here's Schroeder. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall.
Yeah, a cornerstone of Conley's game. He takes a lot of pride in making life difficult for his man.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the Oklahoma City Thunder. A grand total of 28 points for him in the game now. They have no answer for him defensively. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Let's take a listen to a recent huddle from Coach Billy Donovan.
We've done a great job moving the ball. Let's keep the ball moving, extra pass, attack, pass, and play.
Billy Donovan enjoying the activity his team is showing, the motion of his offense, just wants to see more of it.
Yeah, they're working together well. The key now is to try to do it consistently throughout the rest of this evening.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. They've got Rab, also Noah out there. C.J. Miles is out there with Carter, and it's Caboclo in at the 2 spot.
And the mid-range jumper really right in George's comfort zone. When he isn't blowing by guys and finishing at the rim, he's knocking that one down with consistency.
Carter kicks to Miles. See, Rab, I think of when you entered the league and how much the league has changed since your entry. In your mind, going back to your rookie year, I'm sure you can count many ways that the NBA has improved the game.
Yeah, and the NBA to me has always been a step ahead. It's been a leader as far as where sports in general should go. I mean, we're truly a global game now. Just imagine where the game is going to be in 20 years. The growth of overall player salaries, the value of franchises. And to me, again, the biggest improvement has just been the evolution of players. It's been thanking a guy like Larry Bird, who was 6'9", shooting threes, and today we have Kevin Durant, 7-foot shooting threes. His players getting better. The dribbling of Isaiah Thomas back in the Piston days to the dribbling of Curry, Kyrie, John Wall. Today, it's the evolution of the players to me that's been so exciting, along with the growth of the league overall.
Here's Caboclo, following the score by Oklahoma City. Shot from 16, and it's bad missing there.
Defensively, they could have done better. That's an open look he'd like to have back.
George passes to Diallo. Morris kicks it over to Schroeder. Fires the 3, traps in the tray.
I don't know if that was by design or by accident, but the D not paying any attention to it.
Carter with it, now guarded by Schroeder. Pass to Rab. Carter with the 3. Was shot off that time, and Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. Oh, Morris in position. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Carter against Schroeder. Carter kicks it to Noah. And it's Noel with the rebound.
That type of defense doesn't always get it done, but it does the job that time.
Diallo, no good. The Grizzlies shooting a low 30% right now. An ugly offensive performance. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up For a long time, beat writers and media personnel have determined NBA awards. C-Webb is someone who's been up for some of these. Do you feel the voting system as structured now is fair?
I don't know how it can be fair if it doesn't have any players or coaches involved. You know, I can't necessarily vote on the best doctors because I don't know what it entails, but I can definitely trust other doctors to give their comments on their peers. I think peer awareness is some of the most reliable that you can go for. But, I mean, we have some very knowledgeable writers, sports writers, and media personnel that know. But for the most part, you need help of the players and the coaches to make sure that the integrity is there.
Good on the second free throw. A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Schroeder outside. Takes the 13-footer. That one wide left. Schroeder against Carter. Dishes it to Miles. Out left to the wing. No good on the three. Thunder have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Pass to Nader. And it comes to playing the role of villain in the eyes of many NBA fans. Well, you've got LeBron going to Miami, Durant, even OKC going to Golden State. C-Webb is having someone to root against good for the league. It seems to build some passion in sports for sure.
I mean, there can never be a hero without a villain, even if that villain is temporary for one season. So one of the great things about the NBA is that our off season normally is just as exciting as the main season because of the trades and who's going where and the changing of allegiances, of alliances. I mean, so I definitely love all the movement. And you know, the great thing is you're never going to agree with what any player does 100% the whole time. So I love seeing the changes in the league and having someone to root against. I think it's good for the fan soul to have somebody that you can honestly root against.
That's fun. Curtains checked in for Diallo. The Grizzlies also making a change. Lights checked in. And so it's Oklahoma City with it. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 2. Schroeder, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
This has not been his best effort. He's lucky his teammates have been there to bail him out.
Wright finds Miles. To the left wing. Here's Caboclo. His three-pointers off the mark. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Memphis has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Miles, that's good. Here's Schroeder. When you look at the amount of threes Chris being taken now, do you think the league as a whole is too dependent upon perimeter offense?
I don't think so. If you look at Golden State, we all tend to think that they've shot the most threes last year. It actually was Houston.
Right.
And when you look at how Golden State does not just settle for threes, Kevin, but they can shoot them at any time. And maybe the best three-point shooter in the history of the NBA, Curry, will lay a difficult layup over the top of your head just as quick as he'll shoot a tough three from 45 feet. That's what it seems like, but the good teams like a Golden State make you feel like they're shooting a lot of threes, but actually play with a balanced game. Those that try to copycat and just shoot threes, I don't think they've won a championship yet. So I think it's about having that balance, and maybe the league overall is shooting too many threes, but the champions who shoot threes, I don't think take too many.
And the drought, and the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Wright's got his 4th rebound in this one. Parsons passes to Wright, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
That's his first personal foul. At the line of the Grizzlies, DeLong Wright. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. Pro basketball is one of the few sports where awards are league-wide, C-Web, and not divided by conference. I wonder if the NBA should consider giving out separate awards, you know, for the East and the West.
You know, Kev, I don't know about Eastern and Western Conference, but I do believe that there should be an offensive MVP. I do believe there should be a difference between MVP and maybe the best player in the league, because how do we define some of these things? So I do think we can tinker with some of the awards, but East and West, I'm not really sure with. I think it should always be about the best out of the total number of teams and conferences.
Good perspective. Now, here's Patterson.
Great at putting his wingspan to good use. Parsons has a firm understanding for how to defend the basket.
Carter kicks it to Noah. The pass to Wright. Memphis moving that ball around. Carter outside. That one falls.
In that first half, guys, they didn't shoot nearly as many threes as they have here in the second, trying to use that shot to stay in the game.
Patterson passes to Nader. Over Wright. That one's off, still out of sync. Memphis has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. And Parsons kicks to Carter. Pass to Caboclo. Wright against Morris. Wright, the pass to Caboclo. Off target from outside.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Here's Burton. Pass to Schroeder. Takes the three. Grizzlies with the rebound. In the corner, right with it. Pass to Caboclo. Chris, the last few years, talk of expansion has come up. Are we ready, you think, in the NBA to add some more teams?
I think we are. Now, expanding to 32 teams might stretch the talent a little bit thin, but I think we could handle a couple of years with that because of the youth of the players. They could actually switch it up a little bit. I mean, come on, Kevin. You like me, you're a big basketball and big sports fan. You know we have to have a team to see.
I would love to see it. Absolutely.
I mean, come on. You know how crazy those fans were. You know we have to have that come back. And then there's some places. Think about how great Oklahoma City is.
Yes.
And how they've just embraced this Thunder team. There might be a couple more places out there with that type of passion and fans saying, listen, if you give us a team, we promise we'll nurture it, take care of it, and root for it the loudest. And I like having that. I think it's time to definitely investigate expansion. We got to get back to Seattle first and foremost.
And Greg, certainly the knock on Dennis Schroeder is play on the defensive end.
Nobody questions how effective he is on offense. I just think he has a tendency to take a few too many plays off and too many chances on defense. If he wants to be viewed as a top point guard in this league, he'll need to show some consistency on the defensive end.
And here's Carter. And Parsons kicks it to Noah. Carter, the pass to Parsons. That's in there. Carter with the assist. Carter's got 3 assists now in this one.
Well, we know Parsons loves the perimeter. Though with a lot of moving parts to his mechanics, he does lack some consistency.
Here's Nader. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Wright, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
One of the premier small forwards as far as passing the ball is concerned. Parsons, he's a creator.
Carter against Schroeder. Over Carter. Noel trying to break loose. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. To the paint. And it's Carter missing.
It doesn't take much to impact his shot. I mean, even at point-blank range.
Schroeder against Carter. And there's the foul. It goes on C.J. Miles. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Diallo's checked in. Throws it up high and slam dunk by Noel.
and the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Now here is Carter. Right dishes to Noah. Shot clock at 6. And stolen by Noel. Here's Diallo. There's the dish to Schroeder. See, Webb, there was a time when athletes spoke up about societal issues and they were simply told to, just stick to sports. That is no longer the case.
Basketball was built on players speaking their mind. The one thing about the game of basketball, whether you're from Serbia like my friend Vlade or you're from Detroit like me, it's an urban game. And you cannot leave the problems of urban society just because you were blessed with the talent to play basketball. And so many of us speak up on societal issues just because we made it doesn't mean that our friends and family are out of those situations. We're not in a bubble in which we don't see how those issues affect us, our family, or our friends. And so just because we are blessed with basketball abilities, sporting abilities, does not mean that we're exempt from the problems in society. And if we have a platform and can speak out, why not? And I'm very proud of what guys in the league has done, whether it's LeBron James and his scholarship program, or whether it's Chris Paul and others, or Steve Kerr speaking up for societal issues. For me, it's refreshing, but it also is in the lineage of the greats that started this game in basketball, speaking up for the voiceless.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Oklahoma City.
A team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this is a great team effort by everyone.
And this will push their record to 39 wins and a good effort tonight.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with 1 game left against this squad.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Russell Westbrook.
Well, anytime the offense ran through him, good things happened. His passing was awesome. He created a bunch of good looks for everyone else out there.
Shot clock at 5. Here's Schroeder. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. And here are the Grizzlies with it. They're on an 18-5 run here. It's tipped, and he recovers it. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. So it'll be Chandler Parsons shooting. That's on Patrick Patterson. And that one falls for Parsons.
Having signed some big free agent contracts in his career, Parsons has really only been held back by knee troubles.
Schroeder surveying the floor. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Russell. We often are told that the first game at home after a long road trip is like the last game of the road trip. How important was getting this win here?
It was huge, man. Coming off the loss last night, a tough one, and it was a great win for us. Got back in front of our home crowd, and we played great.
We'll see if the home cooking can keep you going. Thanks, Russell.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.